How the Villains Ruined Christmas. All around the world, children squealed with delight. Christmas is coming, they said with smiles so bright. Out came the lights, the stockings, and the tree, filling their hearts and imaginations with glee. Meanwhile, the villains seethed in their ominous dwellings, ranting and raving, their anger swelling. They all despised this beloved season, each one for a different reason. Every Christmas, Maleficent sent her raven spy who flew through the kingdom like a magical eye. He brought her word of a gala affair, but no invitation to her great despair. Hades sulked on his underworld throne, his head aflame, and with an angry tone declared he had no patience for mortals this year, and wished to diminish their excessive good cheer. As Captain Hook sailed through the Neverland Sea, he had visions of lost boys on a rambunctious spree, all in a tizzy over their holiday treasure, and causing much havoc to Hook's deep displeasure. The Queen's pretty face twisted into a sneer as she looked with disgust into her magic mirror. She loathed the admiration Christmas received. It made her quite cross and assuredly peeved. In her undersea realm, Ursula let out a groan at the thought of King Triton happy on his throne, watching the merfolk swim and sing, and make merry with their beloved king. Cruella sat wickedly inside Hell Hole, still bitter over her unfortunate downfall. The holidays reminded her of plans gone wrong, and she was still offended by Roger's song. The villains decided something must be done to put an end to the holiday fun. Maleficent sent her goons to the celebration, hoping they cause a horrendous vexation, ruining the feast, disrupting the dance, and smashing the gifts with a laugh and a prance. Hades conjured his magical flame and set the tree ablaze in his name. As the branches ignited, the mortal's eyes grew big, which made Hades laugh and dance a jig. To prevent the Lost Boys' excessive joy upon unwrapping their Christmas toys, Hook tossed their gifts into the ocean, hoping to stop the expected commotion. The Queen poisoned the apples for the holiday pies and thought she'd bring them round as a delightful surprise. She smiled and left, her plan now in motion. The dwarfs would succumb to her unhappiness potion. The ocean bubbled like a witch's pot, bringing forth Ursula's terrible plot. The water swirled into a menacing cyclone, threatening to sweep Triton right off his throne. Cruella recruited Jasper and Horace to dress up as carolers and sing a chorus. They would distract with a musical number while she snuck in during the Dalmatian's slumber. But despite every effort by our Dastardly friends, they could not bring this holiday to an end. At the party, Maleficent's goons joined the revelry and passed out the presents from under the tree. Hades' grand plans fell into despair. While he watched his flames flutter and flare, the mortals had gathered round the pride to roast marshmallows over his fire. The Lost Boys loved Hook's latest stunt, for he had gifted them a scavenger hunt. The Queen's apple pies lacked their desired notion. By mistake, she concocted a happiness potion. Ursula's spell, to her disappointment, only served to add to the king's enjoyment. Jasper and Horace sung with all their might, waking the puppies with such a delight, which left Cruella to play Santa Claus, forced to be covered in slumber and pause. May this be a lesson to villains far and near. Christmas isn't a time for causing fear. Holiday spirit cannot be diminished, though I have an inkling our friends aren't quite finished. They are villains, dear readers, this is abundantly true, and what else is a villain expected to do? Well, that's it. Hope you enjoy this story. Merry Christmas, everyone, and a Happy New Year. So please be good, and whatever you do, please don't try to do what the villains did in this story, or otherwise you might end up like them.